feel like I'm being interrogated.
You guys can start whenever you like.
There's something on our screen.
Yeah, just letting you know that it's recording.
Oh, okay. And ready? 1, 2, 3. Hi.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Jada. Nice to meet you.
Monica.
How are you?
Fine, and yourself?
I'm doing well, thank you. So before we get into it, I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be taking some notes, just between us, and stay between us. And I'm going to be taking notes just for myself, just so I can get a better understanding of your situation and how you're feeling, and just so I don't necessarily forget anything. I have some information, just basic information about you that was given to me. And I clarify if I'm wrong, but you're 18 and you are pregnant and you already have a child and you are getting kicked out of your home, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Do you mind me asking why? Why you were?
Well, I got pregnant again, and my
Okay.
mother's very mad at me, so she's kicking me out. She says there's no more room for us. So basically, until the end of this month, she wants me out.
Okay.
And I have no idea what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go?
Right. Okay. So do you think speaking to your mother is an idea that can work? Have you tried that before?
Yes and no. Because like our issue is like there's no more room in our house. I have my 2 brothers and a sister living there.
Right. And are they involved in your life at all with your child and you?
My sister here and there helps me,
Okay.
but not so much since they're still going to high school.
Okay. Understandable. Are you still in school?
No, I had to drop out since like I had to work, take care of my kids.
Okay. And then is anybody else in your family besides your sister that you can go to for help?
No,
No. Is the child's father in your life?
no, he's not.
Okay. So he's kind of like out of the question there.
Yeah, like I told him I was pregnant and he didn't want anything to do with me nor our child.
Unfortunately, that's some of the cases that we do see. I have a couple, I don't know how open you'd be to it, it's totally okay if you're not, but there are maternity group homes that you can go to for assisted care, assisted living. It's understandable if you don't feel comfortable doing something like that, because your situation is not easy. Being 18 years old, raising 2 children.
Well, what are my options? Would that just be temporary or would?
So it is a temporary system for.
Do you guys have like, say if I look for a place, do you guys could provide me with like a renter's assistance to assist me with the rent or?
So in the maternity group homes, in that case, if that is the route that you choose to go, they do have a home or a maternity group home that you can stay in. Benefits for teen pregnancies are TANF, for cash assistance. There's medical assistance and there's also food stamps that would be able to help you. You can apply for those. And I don't work in that field, but we have a lot of cases where you do get approved for that. There are local health clinics that you can go to as well for your checkups, for your vitamins that you need, whatever you need in that case that is easier for you to obtain. And I would be more than happy to write out some of the referrals for you to get you started on the right path. So let's talk about how you've been feeling in the sense of, do you feel scared, upset, angry with your mother?
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm very stressed. But yeah, I guess since I have no other option, I could try the maternity group home.
Okay.
And see how that goes. And I'll wait for the referrals to see how much cash assistance to see if I could find a place. I heard something that you guys have like a Section 8 or something like that.
That's true. We do.
Do I qualify for that? How long would it take to get that?
So you would have to apply for that. And I believe it would take probably up to 3 to 5 business days, maybe a little bit longer, considering the circumstances right now to seek for that. But you do have, like I said, I will give you the referral to that. And as soon as you want, you could call them right after you leave this session if you would like. And they should be able to help you get started with being placed there. For your child, for the way your child, you already have one child, I don't know if, I believe that they'll accept another child with bad hair, I'm sorry, while you're pregnant. So for your mother, is she planning on visiting you? Helping you after the fact, not living at home?
Well, temporarily not, since like we fell out. I'm hoping in the future she comes around.
Okay. Yeah. Is there anything that I can help you with right now? While we're still on the track, what can you help you need for further assistance?
For my prenatal care, how do I apply for the insurance for the Medi-Cal?
So from my understanding that you can go to a local clinic
Okay.
and they should be able to set you up with that.
Okay.
Is there anything else that I can help you with?
No, I think I pretty much just I'll follow up with all the referrals that you're giving me and I'll take it from there.
Sure. And then did you want to set up another appointment with me?
Yes.
Whatever's comfortable for you.
Well, how about you reach out to me once you have the referrals and all of that set up?
I can give that to you right after this session.
Oh, okay, then I'll follow up. I'll give you a call once I'm done attending all of those and see if those services fit me.
Sure. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take a peek. Our session is almost ending. Like I said, I will give you my number if you have any further questions or any other concerns. You are more than welcome to give me a call, and I will set you up with all those referrals after.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Good job, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I am gonna ask, are you gonna go next, Isela, or are you gonna do hers back to back or no?
Yeah, we want to do back to it?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna say stay in that seat because one thing I will say, we couldn't really see Jada's face. And I need to see that. I know, that's okay.
Wow. Okay.
Rotate around the table, just a little.
So Leah says, can you guys rotate around the table like a scotch? Like
Jada go to the left,
Jada go to the left?
and then she's gonna go to the right.
Like that?
That's good,
There you go.
perfect.
Okay.
And you guys can go when you are ready, okay?
Okay, just see. 1 second, I'm trying to, did you want the timer? Yeah. Okay.
And Jada, it didn't suck.
Oh, it didn't suck. So nice,
You
okay.
did really well, Jada.
Just
8 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, whenever you're ready, go ahead and start.
Hi, Jada. My name is Isela with the new foster care. What brings you in here today?
Well, I don't really want to be here. I'm being really honest.
Understand that. Yeah, I understand foster care is difficult.
Yeah, I don't feel the need that I have to be here, but I'm being forced to be here. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I was talking to your foster care parents. They were telling me that you were having a little issues in school. Can you walk me through what's going on? And is there something that I can help you out with?
Well, I just got with this new foster parents, and I've been in and out of foster homes since I was younger, because my parents didn't give a crap about me, and they suck. But I don't know. I don't feel like any of my foster parents really care about me, because I've been in and out of them so many times. So what makes it any other different with these parents?
So I had a conversation with them. They told me that they want you to stay, but you have to get your behavior better. So moving forward, we could get you started with the wellness coach to see, or if you're having trouble at school, speak to your counselor to see if we could help you stay there. But
I mean, it's not even about my behavior. I just think that what's the point of trying with them if they don't care?
well, like I mentioned, they were talking to me and saying like they do want you to stay. They do care, but your behavior is just not there. That's what we need to improve on. I understand your living situation, your dilemma is difficult, but moving forward, it's either that or we could try placing you somewhere else. The referrals that I could give you is with the wellness coach, to give you a little tips and tricks of like how you can move forward, how you could improve in your education system, in your classes.
I mean, do you think it's gonna work? Because I don't think it's gonna work.
I mean, if you put effort, it goes both ways, you know? If you do your part and the wellness coach does their part, you know? At the end of our day, all of our goals, my goal, the wellness coach, your foster parents, we want you to succeed. We want you to do better, and that's our most important goal, is for you to do good. I know like the situation sucks, but we're here to help you.
Okay, well, I guess that I'll try.
Would you be willing to go back with your foster parents and give it another try? Or
I just don't feel like I belong there. I don't feel like I don't feel like I belong there. They have their own blood children of their own, and I just feel like an outcast, and I feel different. So I don't know if I want to go back there. Why can't I just live on my own?
I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, yeah, unfortunately, you're 16, you still have to go through the whole foster care until you're 18. If you would like, if you are not comfortable, what I could do is place you somewhere else. Are you willing to try another home?
I mean, I feel like I'm gonna feel the same way there.
Okay, yeah, I understand. It's definitely the situation all around us sucks, but you have to give it a try. And like I said, you're gonna work with the wellness coach and then an educational specialist to see how moving forward it will suit.
I guess I'll have to stay there then to see how it goes.
Okay. So moving forward, I'm glad that you're willing to see a wellness coach. And like I said, our number one goal is for you, for your living situation, for your mind to be positive, to improve in your grades and all of that. So that being said, we'll stay there, and then I'll look for another place to place you. And we'll start with the wellness coach as soon as Tuesday? Sure. Okay.
That works.
And as far as your education, do you have already a career in mind, or?
Not really. I'm just still trying to finish school.
Yeah. What motivates you? What any hobbies? What do you like to do? What do you enjoy doing in your free time?
Well, I have two siblings that are in other foster homes that I enjoy seeing when we're allowed to see each other. They're my younger siblings, so they look up to me. So I'm trying to be a better role model for them. So they motivate me.
How about if I make some calls and plan a visitation for you to visit your siblings a little more often? Would you think that would help?
That would definitely help. Yes, it would. Thank you.
Okay. Then I'll do what I can and I'll get back to you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, done.
Very good. You guys can come back. Yay. Do I have another one off the floor, or do I have a volunteer?
Now it is.
It is really loud now.
It's right.
Never mind.
They went out the other way.
Then I just need better. We can get.
Okay, yay, thank you.
That was.
No, I told you it wasn't. It's only as bad as you think it is.
So so now that we went back to back, we don't have to offer anything, right?
No, you don't.
No?
No,
Okay, that works.
You want first or? Also, I have a timer set for 10 minutes, so that way. So. You say, you want first? or?
Doesn't matter, where you go.
No, I don't know, it depends on me.
I can go first, that's fine.
you have to rock, paper, scissors for it.
I'll let you go first.
And should I set the timer for 10 minutes?
I'm just gonna like look at the clock.
You can.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not gonna be like, it's not gonna be like facing upwards, so you wouldn't like really even know.
Okay. What if it goes off? You just have to like.
I mean, it will go off, but like,
Okay.
at least then they just know. We get the core. All right. 1, 2, 3, go.
Hi, Levi, how you doing today?
I am doing all right, not the best, but I'm still here.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing that. I'll introduce myself a little bit. My name's Abigail, I'm a counselor. I help youth that are in the foster system, getting out of the foster system. Just any type of child that's really getting affected by their situation. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
So with me just turning 18, I am starting to age out of the foster care system, which is a bittersweet thing, more bitter than it is sweet. Reason being, I do have a younger sister. She is about 12, just a couple years younger than me. But with me aging out and unfortunately, like not necessarily being suitable to be a foster parent or someone who could allow her to take refuge, they're kind of forcing us to separate. And so even though I'll be going off to the real world, she's still stuck in this, dare I say, hostile environment.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. Are you in the same household as her?
We are in the same foster care system, or at least
The same
was.
house?
Yes,
Okay. And you said she's 12.
yes.
Okay. Have you talked with the foster care parents that you have right now about what it'll look like once you're out? How often you'll be able to see her or anything like that?
No, because I mean, I'll be completely honest, I've been quite defiant when it comes to like accepting these terms, because I mean, I don't want to just like leave her be. Like, even though I'll be, like, even if I were to say visit her, that's not going to stop me from being able to protect her as I have been before.
Is protecting needed in this household?
I would definitely say so. It's been, ever since we've been there for the past like 6 or so years, it's been nonstop, like bullying, verbal and dare I say physical abuse from both our peers alongside some bad apples of the counselor of the foster parents.
Okay.
So I mean, like, and it doesn't help that with each time there are parents that come in and they check each kid to see like which one suits best for their family. We're always given bad marks so that way we end up staying and they're still able to abuse us in every which way that they can.
I'm so sorry that you're having to go through that in like a tough situation. Are you still in school?
Not quite. I've kind of refused to go to school due to, of course, I mean, issues alongside like bullying. I've gotten into plenty of fights, which is why they've labeled me as a delinquent or someone up to no good. I don't necessarily do anything that like can be seen, at least in my eyes, as a bad thing. If anything, I only get into fights to protect my sister, because I mean, like, just kind of just all I have right now.
Yeah, and I think that's amazing thing that you feel so strongly about your sister. It sounds like school really wasn't like a refuge for you then. Okay, is there any places that you have in your life that do feel like that?
We're not really able to like go anywhere aside from school. I mean, the code of, I wouldn't say ethics, that's psychology, with our code of conduct with the foster care. Once we're done with any academic activities, such as like school and whatnot, we have to go straight back to foster care through our bus system.
Okay,
And from there, it's always just a two-way, road. So it's like, there's no leeway, there's no time that I'm able to like actually like escape or like be outside. It's just like this. I'm connected to two different jail cells, or like just jail houses in general.
just two places that you don't feel safe in and or that are helping you do something that you need at that moment. I totally understand that. Have you been taught to drive at all? Now that you're aging out, you know that system that is not going to look the same. You're not going to have those two places. You're going to have an opening. Do you know how to drive yet?
I have the slightest clue, like, although I do have some sort of an education in terms of school and whatnot, I do have issues in regards to, I mean, with the peer pressure, it definitely plays a part where you end up thinking like constantly, like, you're not capable of learning such things. You don't have the money to afford a car or want to take these driving classes. And because of that, I wouldn't say that I've been, it would be safe to say that I have been hindered, that I have in a way been deemed as someone who's not really going to achieve much in life.
Okay. Do you feel like you've deemed yourself that, or do you feel like your situation has deemed you that?
The situation has conditioned me to think as though I'm just some ruffian, some delinquent who is never going to amount to anything, and I'll either end up in jail or dead.
Okay. And what do you want your future to look like? What would you like it to end up being eventually?
Honestly, the door of opportunity has been so closed off for me that I can only see myself just protecting my sister. Like she's she's all I have. So if anything happens to her, I don't know what I'd be able to do with myself.
Yeah, I think in order to protect your sister, you have to protect yourself a little bit. And you know, it can be really scary, and it sounds like you're really scared of the situations going out of this. And I hope that I can help ease some of that. You know, there are a lot of programs out there for teens like you that are getting out of this foster system and don't really know what this world's going to look like for them. And I can help find some of those resources. Maybe we can work together to maybe figure out a plan and some goals for yourself, because I think that those goals are going to be what's needed for yourself to protect your sister. Because, you know, it's going to be really hard for you to provide for her and protect her if you don't think that you have any other skills for yourself. So I think, do you have any goals for yourself maybe? Do you like to go to college or trades or get a job?
I mean, the goal for me right now is kind of just survive.
Okay.
It's like by any and all means necessary, and it isn't to say that I'm going or willing to hurt anybody, but I mean, I gotta do what I can. I gotta do what I have to in order to support and provide.
Yeah, I totally, that makes sense. I think before your actual needs are met and before you feel safe, it's really hard to try and think of any other goals, because your goal at that moment is to feel safe and is to feel secure. Well, how much longer do you have until you are aging out of this situation?
I mean, they're only giving me a set amount of, like, I would say weeks, a month at most,
Okay,
which, I mean, even if they gave me like a year or even more time, like I said before, I'm not leaving without my sister.
yeah, okay, well, you know, this situation, it's really scary to think that you're gonna have to be without your sister because she's 12 and you are only 18 and you are aging out. It's gonna take some process to be able to maybe become a foster parent for her. In order to be a foster parent, you know, you have to have a job. You have to be able to provide for her, have a home, a safe home that she can live in. So I think, you know, if that's your goal, maybe we work on those other steps together, find those things in a way to get those for you.
See, I see where you're coming from, but that's a lot of time. It's gonna be taking so much time and effort that I'm gonna be away from her, that like, something's bound to happen, and if I hear any word of what happens to my sister, there's no telling what I'm gonna be able to do, what I'm gonna end up doing.
I hear you, and you know, I wish that it was a quick process, but it's not. And you know, if you can keep up with visits and everything like that, you have to, because that is your situation right now, and we can try and do it as quickly as possible, but it's going to take time. Because what's the other option?
Have you ever held on to something that you could not afford to lose, that it's all you ever had, and because of that, you were willing to do anything that was needed to, even if it meant breaking laws, in order to achieve this?
I don't feel as if I've really ever been in that situation. I'm sorry that you do feel that you're in that situation, and I think it's a brave, empowering thought that you're having to protect this and love your sister so much. But I think in order to do that, we have to keep these steps going first and try and work through those in order to help you, because you need to be a safe environment for her to be in and have those things that she can succeed in, as well as yourself, because you deserve that too. So what if you say, how would you like to meet again next week? And I can look up some resources for you, and we can try and figure out a plan that might make this easier and feel a little better
I would appreciate
about the whole situation. Okay, what times are you available next week?
I mean, that all depends on I mean, since I'm technically old enough to age out, I have more liberty now, but let's say 10 on a Tuesday.
Okay, I will book that in. And I really appreciate you sharing all that information with me. I know that couldn't have been easy, and I really want to help you and work through this together and to see what we can do for you.
Thank you. Sorry, that one, I ended up extending the time a little bit.
Good job, guys.
Sure, do you have your?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Set up the timer again. So I have. Hello, Alex. I absolutely love this name, by the way. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
You're doing good? Perfect. So I have my notes here with me, so I'll be able to keep track of anything that is going on with you. I will let you know as a disclosure, I am a mandated reporter, so if there's anything that comes to mind that could be of risk to yourself as well as anyone else, not saying that you would provide any harm to anyone, yourself included, but of course, just make sure everyone in the scenario is completely safe. If there's anything that I would need to report, I will have to do so.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, so that being said, what brings us today?
Well, I just moved and I'm feeling a little just down. I'm not really getting on very well at my school, and I'm not really making any friends. This is a new city for me, so it's just all feeling really overwhelming.
Okay, so you're so what I'm getting at is so you moved, like, not even just school, but an entire like neighborhood entirely.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you're a fish out of water. It's a new experience overall, which of course can be daunting. So it's understandable to say that like it's easy to feel unease in situations like this. Tell me more about your academic life. Have you been making any friends? Just
No, I'm not really making friends. School's kind of hard because I feel like I'm so focused on how everyone around me thinks about me and treats me, that it's really hard to focus on school. And I was homeschooled up until this year. And because my dad's no job, he can't stay home to homeschool me. So I have to go to public school. So, you know, it's not that the classes are hard or the information's hard, but I just feel that the whole situation is just really overwhelming. It's hard to focus on my schoolwork.
if you could tell me more like about your school life, or not your school life, about you being homeschooled, because it seems as though you felt a lot more comfortable with your dad teaching you all the subjects that you needed to. And of course, there's a sort of, I wouldn't say necessarily a culture shock when it comes to situations like this, but it does come off as though with you having to like socialize more, have your questions or have your answers be shared with like more than just between the two people. If you're wrong, there are opportunities where they may not necessarily scrutinize you, but I will say kids your age do tend to be a bit harsh and judgmental.
Yeah, they think I'm really shy. And I am shy, and I had a few friends back at home, but I mostly met them through like other activities. You know, my dad was a farmer, and so I rode horses, and we met through different clubs like that. Now we don't have any of that, and my learning, you know, we did the basic math, science, social studies, English, but I also got to go outside and learn agriculture and learn about animals, and now I don't get to do any of that. And I love my dad. I know he needed this for himself. He got married recently, and that's why we moved. But it's just not enjoyable for me.
Okay. How is, or if you could tell me more about your father's marriage, because I mean, this can also display an effect in your social life, especially if the step relative, whether it be a stepmother or stepfather, no judging here, it's how they treat you can also have an impact on how willing or able you are to socialize with others.
Yeah, my stepmom's actually really great. I don't think my problems have anything to do with her. I think sometimes the situation, I might blame her a little bit, but she's really sweet and really kind. And my mom died when I was 4, and so having another woman in the house at 16 has actually been a great thing for me. But it's just moving from a rural area to a city full of kids that I don't know how to connect with.
I'm sorry, you have my condolences for the loss of your mother, and losing your mom at such a young age can be such a heartache, and it's no child should have to watch their parents leave at like so young. And I'm sorry, I'm brought about, but I appreciate you telling me this. It's a lot for me to hear, and I'm sorry to hear that, but it's pretty brave of you to be able to let me know about this stuff, because it helps a lot along the way. So I do appreciate that. And you said you do have some sort of malice towards your stepmom, even though she is seen as nice.
I don't think I would use the word malice. I think it's more just like sometimes I need someone to blame. It's easier to blame her than
What makes you feel the need to blame it?
because my life got flipped upside down. Everything I always knew is now changed and different. And I'm struggling with it. It's not like it's been easy.
That can, I mean, yes, that does play a factor, and you have no control over this whatsoever, so I can never say that I understand it 100% because I'm not in your shoes. But from the other stories that I've heard, and with children having to leave the environments that they felt comfortable with and engage with new people in new cities and a new work and life environment, those can take a toll 100%. So I mean, it's good that you're here and that you're willing to. How do you feel?
I feel like it, just a little overwhelmed.
I understand. Or I don't understand, but I see where you're coming from. Moving back, I want to traverse back to how your peers see you as introverted and just like an outsider. I'm sorry, I'm trying to word this in my head. What would you say they've said that has like caused you the most, like, not necessarily turmoil, but the most stress? If you don't know, or if you don't
I
know.
don't know if it's necessarily what they said, it's more just how they treat me, like some people pick on me because I'm shy, try and get me to talk and, just are not friendly.
And they shouldn't necessarily push those issues onto you because, like, knowing that you are an outsider, that's not that, like, you're trying to adapt to this realm, you're trying to live the best that you can, but it's not easy to make new friends. It's not easy to socialize. It's not easy to get used to life as it is. Change is not always a good thing, but it is something that is sought to adapt to. So that way you can live your life to the fullest. And I would assume with you going to school here and with you spending as much time as you have, you've tried making friends.
Not really. I don't really know how to make friends.
I'm assuming, or I want to believe, aside from agriculture, you do have other interests in mind, let's say maybe arts or sports or any extracurricular activities.
I like movies and
Movies tend to be fun. They allow you to adapt and see yourself in the protagonist or the antagonist point of view. Would there be any movie clubs or any like art classes that you have any interest in?
Yeah, I'm in a couple of art classes right now, and I really like them. I think if I was going to be friends with anyone, it would probably be someone in those classes.
So that's actually perfect because I mean, taking this first step here will allow you to socialize, broaden your perspective, and allow you to speak with new individuals. Unfortunately, we are short on time right now. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, perfect. So how about next week we continue our section and we'll just talk more about your progress. I would say for your homework assignment per se, we'll try to have you just speak with a couple of people in your art class, build a couple of relationships, get to understand what they like and share what you find interesting as well. And we'll go on from there.
Okay, thank you.
All right, appreciate this.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, good question.
You're going first.
Hi, Alicia. My name is Carmen.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Here. How are you doing today?
I'm a little nervous about this meeting, to be completely honest. But yeah, I guess I'm ready. I definitely need some help, so.
Well, this is a safe place. You're able to share, I'll be here to listen. It will be confidential. So what brings you in for the counseling session?
I lost my job a couple months ago and I've been living with my brother, kind of cramped, and he's kind of getting sick of me being there, to be honest. I'm also kind of like at the end of my savings, so I'm really interested in finding a new job.
Okay, all right, well, I can help you set up meetings and then maybe have you go and talk to someone that can help you find a job. I specifically deal with substance abuse, and I did see on your form that you have some alcohol use that you're worried about.
Yeah, that's the part I'm really nervous about. So I have my last job, I actually got fired because I showed up drunk. And I mean, I would drink before I'd go to work and it was never really an issue. And I guess it just got a little out of hand. So I did lose my last job because I was drinking too much.
Okay. Have you had a history of it? Is this something that's more recently?
I mean, I've always drank, but I guess you could say it's increased pretty recently. I lost my friend a couple months ago. Actually, we were really close, and I guess ever since then, I have started drinking a little more. I do think that's actually why I showed up to work drunk. That's not really what I do. I mean, I've been hungover at work, but never like full on drunk like that.
Okay, so the alcohol use is starting to affect your work life, and then what about housing? What?
Okay, so like, I mean, even though I'm living with my brother, like he's married, he's got a couple of kids, so like I try to keep the drinking to a minimum, so because I know he doesn't like that. I do still drink. It just gets really stressful. It's so crowded. I mean, and I just feel like I guess kind of like a freeloader. I'm living there, you know, and so like that stresses me out. So I do drink regularly.
Okay, so finding a job is a really big part so that you can get out of this house and then be on your own.
Yeah, I miss having my own place, having my own space. I mean, I can do what I want without a whole lot of judgment. I just don't have that where I'm at right now.
Right, okay. Have you been in any type of therapy before, or is this your first time?
I have not been in therapy. Anytime I found I was drinking a little too much, I kind of just dial it back a little, you know, and so I just feel like this time I'm just having a lot more trouble doing that. I'm really nervous about what therapy entails. Like I'm not really big on sharing or anything like that. So maybe if you could just kind of let me know like what that looks like or what I could expect, that might be helpful.
Well, you could come in and we could have some conversations, maybe pinpoint what the trigger is, and then focus on ways to help you cope with that instead of going for alcohol. We could do some different exercises.
Okay.
Is that something that you'd be willing to try?
I mean, I don't know, like, would I be meeting with you or who would I be working with?
Me specifically for the alcohol use. And I am gonna be able to refer you for housing.
Okay.
And then I can like check in if you need help filling out the paperwork. I can also do that maybe in our next session. What about a support system? I know you said your brother is allowing you to stay there. Are you able to speak with him about your alcohol issue?
I mean, he's talked to me about it, but not like in a helpful way, like kind of like, hey, like
You're feeling
drinking too much.
judgment from him instead of
Yeah.
a safe place.
Right, so it's like, I mean, he'll talk to me about it, but I can't really open up and talk to him about it. Just because he just, I mean, he doesn't like it, you know? I mean, I do have a couple of friends that I talk to. So it's just hard, you know, like people work, they go to school, we just have different schedules, like, you know, so it's been really tough, like being able to reach out to them and discuss it. Let's see, I mean, just pretty much anybody in my family, like, are pretty close-minded, like, it's not like an easy like situation where I could just like say, hey, like I'm having this issue, you know, like it's just every time I talk to them, like they just kind of like yell at me or tell me, well, just stop doing it, basically.
So they're not being supportive, and it's still a lot of judgment from them as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well, this will definitely be a safe place for you to come and vent or just talk about your day or any of the issues that you're having. I know it's hard coming in, I know it's hard, it takes a lot of strength to just even make that first appointment and come in. So that's a really good quality that you have when you came in. So I guess that I could help you maybe make a plan, and then do like coping, maybe giving you some different things, coping skills we can gain over our sessions.
Okay.
If you want this time around, when you leave here, maybe just getting a journal.
Okay.
And then possibly writing down when you feel triggered or stressed, what's causing it.
Okay.
And then we can go over that next time. I'm gonna give you a resource for housing.
Okay.
And then you can call that, and if you need anything, with that, you can give me a call. If I don't answer, I usually respond in 24 hours.
Okay.
Did you want to set up the next appointment maybe within a week? Is a week a good time?
Yeah, that would be good. It'd give me time to get together like my paperwork and see if I have any questions as far as like filling out proofs or anything like that.
Maybe meeting next week on like Friday?
Okay.
Is that good, or do you need it earlier in the week?
No, Friday will work for
Is
me.
mornings better or afternoons?
Let's do, I'm open to whatever, it doesn't really matter.
Let's shoot for 10 o'clock
Okay.
on Friday morning.
Sounds good.
Okay, awesome. Is there anything else that you would like to share with me before we end the session? Am I leaving anything out?
No, so I mean, I just need to bring my paperwork with me,
Right.
and then if I need help, you're gonna help me.
Yep, I can help you with anything you need next session.
Okay, and should I bring that journal with me too? I don't remember.
Yes, definitely bring the journal, because then we can also go over what could possibly trigger you throughout the week.
Oh, all right, sounds good. I guess I don't have any questions for you.
Okay. All right, well, thank you for coming in.
All right, thank you. Nice meeting you.
You want to switch seats?
I think I have to.
Okay.
You guys really did need to switch seats, but okay.
Nervous, we're nervous.
We can see you both, but good job.
Hi, Esther. Thanks for coming today.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. Let's see. So, my name is Anjali. I'm the school counselor here. Let's see. So on your form, it says your name is Esther. Is that what you prefer to go by?
Yes.
Esther, okay. Sounds good. With the paperwork that you filled out earlier, there was a form in there called informed consent. And I just like to go over it with my students every time we meet, just so they can kind of have an idea of what we do, you know, what goes on in the session. So if you would, just take a look at that and see if you have any questions about that.
No,
Okay, it all makes sense to you. You feel good about what goes on and what I'm required to, like, you know, report. Okay, sounds good. Let's see. So I'll start by telling you a little bit about me. I've been the school counselor here going on 3 years now. I've been counseling for 7. I started at the middle school prior to working here at the high school. I grew up in Michigan. I went to school for counseling here. I mean, this is where all my family is, and I just really love being involved with the students here. It's been a great experience so far. As far as what I do here at the school, it kind of runs the gamut. I help with course planning. I help with like when students are going on to college, like making plans for that. I help them put together a plan. I connect students with resources. If there's something that I can't do for you here at the school, then I'll get you resources outside of the school that might be beneficial. And then I'm just here to listen. Sometimes, you know, it's it's hard being a student. You have a lot going on with homework and friends and just your family. So if students need to come in and just have someone to listen, that's what I'm here for. Does that sound good to you? Does that sound like maybe it's something that will work out with what you need today?
Yes, it's my graduating year and I'm stressing out about college, filling out the applications.
Okay.
I don't even know where to start.
Let's see. So I do see that here on the paperwork you filled out. So you're worried about applying for college. Let's see, have you looked into any schools that you might be interested in?
No, I don't know where to begin. My mom needs me at home, so having something close by would be best.
Okay.
I live with my younger sister and I help out with her a lot. My mom just works a lot, so I help take care of her.
Okay, so have you talked to your mom about maybe where you want to go to school? Have you guys discussed any college plans yet?
She would rather that I just get a job right
Oh,
out of
okay.
school. She doesn't necessarily want me.
Okay, and how do you feel about that?
I definitely want to go to college. I don't want to be stuck in the same position.
I see. Okay, so can you tell me a little bit more about your mom's position and what she does?
Well, she's gone a lot. She works 2 jobs. She's not home often, even on her days off. She's
Okay. And so you definitely want a job that's different from that, but you're not sure what kind of job you want, is that right?
I'm not exactly sure. I definitely want to get a college degree, but I don't know necessarily what to even choose.
Okay, so I mean, it's always a good idea to find something that aligns with your interests. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the stuff that you find interesting or some of your hobbies?
Well, I'm usually just home taking care of my sister. Besides that, here at school, I can do soccer.
Okay, you play soccer. You spend a lot of time with your sister. You're helping out your mom. Is that what's
Yeah.
going on? Okay. And how old is your sister?
She's 14.
14. Okay. Do you enjoy helping out your sister?
I have to. Of course, I want to take care of her and help out. But it is something that I have.
Okay, so it's something you have to do. Now, I've noticed that you said that your mom's gone a lot and that you're helping out around the house. Do you feel like that presents any challenges for you, or how is that going for you?
It can be overwhelming. It can be very overwhelming. I mean, trying to do my extracurricular soccer and then just homework and then taking care of her. It's very stressful.
Okay, and so when it gets stressful, how do you deal with that?
I mean, I really don't have time to deal with that. So, you just kind of push it back and then, move on.
Okay. Now, there are other ways to deal with stress. It can definitely get overwhelming, like you said. Have you tried talking to your mom and finding ways that you guys can balance that responsibility out a little more?
My mom's not really into me going to a counselor or really talking outside of it. It's like
Okay.
our problems. We like to keep with. So
Okay.
she doesn't.
Well, I want to thank you for coming in today and sharing that, because that must not be an easy situation. So is there anything extra besides the college planning that you came in today that you might want help with?
It's just managing my time, a better way to manage it. I mean, I was doing really well with my grades, but it seems like they're dropping my senior year.
Okay, and do you think this has anything to do with the added responsibilities that you just told me about?
Yeah, that's definitely.
And so you said your mom's not really into counseling.
No,
So bringing mom in and talking.
no, I don't think that's good.
Okay. So what we can do is maybe find some ways that will help you manage your schedule better and help you balance those responsibilities. How about your sister? Do you think there's a way that you can work with her to maybe help?
I mean, she helps a little bit around the house, but I kind of don't want to add that pressure.
Okay. I lost her to do, yeah, wellness, and you wanna look out for her, okay. Okay, so what we'll do is try to put together a plan that will help you manage your time and balance school. As far as the college planning, there are aptitude tests that you can take that help you kind of explore what it is.
Can I
you
do
want.
that here?
Yeah, definitely. We have that program here at the school, so we can set up a time for you to come in and take some of these programs that will help you just get a better sense of what you may be more interested in, what suits you, like just where you are as a person. So that's something we could do. Let's see, as far as the scheduling, I mean, there are just little there's paperwork that I have for you that kind of gives you ideas on just keeping a planner. Do you keep a planner?
No.
You don't keep a planner? Okay, that's a really great place to start. It's super easy. We actually have some school planners left over, so if you need to, I can actually send you one home today. Okay, and then do you feel like you would have a good idea of how to fill out a planner, or does that even seem overwhelming to you?
I think I could do
Okay, so that might be a good starting point for you.
that. Am
Okay,
I
so,
able to come in even if we don't have a scheduled time?
I'm always available. My door's always open as long as the school is open. You're more than welcome to come in if there's anything you need. Like I said before, I know it's not necessarily easy, especially when you feel like you're facing so much opposition at home to counseling. I just think it's very admirable of you to come in and reach out for help, and you're trying to just get ahead of things and get your life on track. That's really amazing. Let's see, are there any other skills or tools that you might feel as though you need that I haven't mentioned or covered yet?
No, just definitely sending me home with a planner.
Okay.
And then I can set up another appointment.
You can. So what we'll do is we'll try to figure out a time during school hours that works for you.
That'll be
Yeah.
best. I don't want to come after school.
And as far as like the stress and the anxiety that you're feeling, I know you said you feel like you have a hard time reaching out to your mom. One activity I encourage any students to do is journal. Do you have a journal?
I mean, I could use it for school.
Okay, but you don't keep a journal?
No.
Okay, yeah. So what I want you to do, or what I suggest you do at least, is when you're feeling stressed out or anxious, maybe just pull that notebook out and just jot it down, know how you're feeling, know what's going on at the time, and then it might help you get a better sense of the stressful things that bother you, and then we'll be able to talk about those and find coping skills that specifically match the triggers that you're dealing with. So for our next meeting, we'll get that set up. I want you to bring your planner so I can see what you figured out for yourself, and if you need any help, then I'll help you organize it a little better. And then also bring a journal with you. And then if you'd like, if you're willing to share, then I'd love to listen and see what's going on. Do you have any more questions for me?
No, I think that's all.
Okay, well, I just want to thank you for coming in. Just know the door is always open. If you have any concerns or anything pops up before our meeting next week, just stop by and let me know, and we'll get something going, okay?
All right, that sounds good.
Well, thank you so much for coming in, Esther. It was nice meeting you.
Thanks.
Good job, guys.